On April 15, 2022 was the first day of what would be a week of protests organized by Extinction Rebellion NYC, where people would gather and pressure major news outlets to spend more time covering climate change. A flyer was sent out on e-Bread events stating that anyone was welcome to attend. The meetup would be at 12:30 p.m. Rockefeller Center in front of NBC's headquarters. At the meeting site, you saw members of Extinction Rebellion getting ready for the march, and some other members handing out flyers to passersby, explaining why marches like this are effective.
The founders of this group, who are from the UK actually, they did a bunch of research on social movements, and they found that nonviolent direct action is the most effective way to bring about change in a society.
Betty Winkler, a longtime activist, gave her thoughts on why she should be here participating in the march.
To do something out of aggravation and fear about the climate emergencies that we're having, plural emergencies all over the planet. And especially, I've kind of given up, to be honest, I'm going to be completely honest, I've kind of given up on Homo sapiens, but to take down the rest of the species in our mega greed and mega destruction, I had to do something. That's why I'm here.
The march consisted of multiple practices. One was where people who had megaphones would create chants.
NBC, can't you see it's a climate emergency? NBC, can't you see it's a climate emergency?
Not only were there chants, there were also speeches given by climate activists. At 2 p.m. began the march to ABC's headquarters, and from upon arriving, Alice, one of the organizers of the march and a member of the Community for Change organization, gave a speech on her relationship with the ABC network.
So, I have been watching ABC News World watching the show, and they were actually writing some stories, telling them stories about it. In one sense, it's been awful. I could go sometimes weeks without not observing a single mention of climate change. And, they've had plenty of opportunities to mention climate change this winter. There have been heat waves, there have been wildfires that people have said are because of abnormally dry conditions. Those are perfect opportunities to mention climate change, and they don't say those words. They keep running story after story about the Oscar slap, and yes, the IPCC report came out that same period, and they spent 25 seconds talking about a report that talks about civilizational collapse possibly coming in the next few decades. Give us IPCC report coverage!
Climate coverage! Climate coverage!
The march ended with a reminder that protests are happening all over the city from April 15th to April 23rd, 2022.